What's up, everybody? Justin here. Give me a second. I'm gonna put on another light. Justin here, back with my year-end WWE show and year-end, basically, not really matches. I was gonna call it my WWE moments and matches of the year for 2019, but I guess that's what I'll call it. So this is my WWE moments and matches of 2019 and my AEW moments and matches of 2019. AEW's been around about 8 or 9 months. I think 9 months. 8 or 9 months. About 8 or 9 months. So anyways, I'm going to start with WWE again. This is my year-end show for WWE. I made up categories and here we go. For WWE's fail of a match, an absolute fail where they dropped the ball. And they did it a few times in 2019. I'm not a negative person. When I watch WWE, I do not really get upset about it because it's only entertainment. It's only wrestling. I'm not going to freak out about wrestling. If I hated WWE, I'll say it again. I'll say it a million times. If I hated what they were doing so bad, and if I hated all the talent, I would stop watching. So, fail of a match of the year. The biggest fail of a match of 2019 in WWE goes to Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin, WrestleMania 35. Fail of a match of the year. Could also be called worst match of the year in WWE. I hated it. Kurt Angle deserved so much better. He deserved a farewell where he won and fucking went out on top. Not where he fucking lost. I hated it. That Kurt Angle lost, I fucking hated it so much. So the worst match of the year, fail of a match, Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin, WrestleMania 35. Angle should have fucking won, you dumb motherfuckers that booked that. What the fuck were you thinking? Now let's go to the worst storyline of the year. Worst storyline of the year in WWE. And it is not, to me, it is not Lana, Lashley, Rusev. It is not that. It's not even Mike and Maria. How Maria kept putting down Mike. Basically treating her husband like her bitch. Like he was not even married to her. Like she was his pimp. That's what it felt like. So, worst storyline of the year. Let me look here closer because it's really tiny writing. King Corbin. Worst storyline of the year. King Corbin winning the King of the Ring and becoming King Corbin. The guy was cutting some of the absolute worst promos I've ever heard in wrestling. Since Roman Reigns cut some just really badly scripted promos. It was a couple years ago. I forget what Roman said in one promo, but it was like really, really just childish and just really lame. I forget what he said, but it was bad. But this is about King Corbin. The guy, I don't care if it was a scripted promo he was given, he shouldn't have said it. He's talking about big dogs, little dogs, Roman's a little dog. It was god awful. And then in the background, they had a little dog barking. It was absolute shit. I fucking hated it. So, worst storyline of the year in WWE is Baron Corbin becoming King Corbin and them just pushing him as King Corbin. Another, just one of the worst storylines, Shorty Gable. Them or characters, but I just call it a storyline, but you could say worst characters. Why? Vince, have you lost your damn mind? You may have. Vince, why stop calling him Chad Gable? I don't fucking get it. I will never understand it. He became Shorty G. And if I owned a gun, I would have probably picked it up and did that to myself when I heard Shorty G. It was absolute shit. So the worst storylines, King Corbin and Shorty G becoming Shorty G. And dressing like he was in Space Jam 2. With LeBron James. I guess Space Jam 2 has LeBron in it. So now let's go to some good categories that I enjoy, these categories and these wrestlers in them. Breakout Star of the Year. Breakout Star of 2019, Lacey Evans. Big fan of her. She's a great worker, great talker, looks great. She has it all. So, Breakout Star of the Year, Lacey Evans. I know she has not held a title yet on the main roster, so what? She had a good year. She feuded with Becky, the man, the top star in the company. And she also had the first women's match ever in Saudi Arabia. And she also cut and is a great talker and cut a lot of good promos. So, Breakout Star of the Year, Lacey Evans. Now let's go to male. Male Breakout Star of the Year. Could be 3 people. So, I'm going to mention all 3 of them for the male Breakout Star of the Year, Aleister Black. They kind of dropped the ball with him by not using him enough. And just... It wasn't awful. It wasn't some of the worst storylines. It wasn't like them just... Yes, they had Aleister telling people knock on his door, fight him. That went on a bit too long, but it was not the worst thing they did with a superstar after their debut. It wasn't that bad at all. So Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, and Ricochet are my male breakout stars of the year in WWE. Buddy became Cruiserweight Champion. I think he became Cruiserweight Champion at the end of 2018, but he was still champion in the beginning of 2019. And I forgot when he lost it, but I think he had the Cruiserweight title for most of 2019, did Buddy Murphy. Now let's go to best storyline of the year. The WrestleMania 35 build-up for the main event. Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair had the best storyline of the year. Going into WrestleMania, it was fucking awesome. It was exciting. And it was great. Fun to watch. When they all got arrested, all 3 of them, and Becky and Ronda got locked in the back seat of the cop car. That was awesome. They started kicking each other. Ronda kicked out the window. Charlotte, outside the cop car, handcuffed. Hit a big knee or a big boot to Ronda. Knocked her head off, basically, outside the window. And then Ronda gets put in another cop car, or they take Becky out of the cop car or something, and Ronda's all alone, and she gets in the driver's seat and starts taking off. That was hilarious. So, best storyline of the year, WrestleMania 35 build-up, Ronda, Becky, Charlotte. Now let's go to comeback of the year. Comeback of the year. I'm trying to think. For WWE, who the hell came back off of injury? I can't really think of anybody. I guess I'll say Drew McIntyre. He was injured for a while, I think. So comeback of the year, Drew McIntyre, I guess. So now let's go to underrated. The most underrated star in the WWE for the women, for the whole company, underrated Sonya Deville. My opinion. She's underrated as hell. Overrated. Another woman. Overrated. She's great on the microphone. She really is. And she looks fucking great. She's smoking hot. But overrated is Alexa Bliss. Robbie, I know you love her. And I'm sorry, bro. But I think Alexa is overrated. Sonya Deville, underrated. Now let's go to WWE Female Star of the Year. WWE's biggest female star of the year, Becky Lynch, the man. It has to be Becky. Now let's go to WWE Woman Wrestler of the Year. Not Female Star of the Year. It's a different category. This is a WWE, in my opinion, Woman Wrestler of the Year. Bayley. Because of her heel turn, it's Bayley. She started off 2019 in February, became the first ever women's tag team champions. And stayed, had a singles run because Sasha left and took a break. So Bayley is all alone. I'm not going to say Sasha left because she had a temper tantrum. I don't believe she did. She just was burned out and needed a break. But Bayley, again, first women's tag champ, won Money in the Bank and cashed it in and won the SmackDown Women's title. And then later when SmackDown was on Fox, she turned heel and cut up the two men. That was awesome. That was so fucking great. So awesome to see. I never thought Bayley would turn heel. I never thought WWE would pull the trigger and do it, but they did it. So because of Bayley's heel turn, and I believe she's had three title reigns, SmackDown Women's Champion twice, and the Women's Tag Champion once. And she won Money in the Bank. She's had a great year. WWE Woman Wrestler of the Year, Bayley. So, now let's go to the male superstar. Male Wrestler of the Year. Could be called Superstar of the Year, but I'm going to say Wrestler of the Year for WWE is Seth freaking Rollins, in my opinion. Yeah, you can be upset what he's tweeted, how he's pissed off the fans, and has kind of acted like an ass. And everybody likes to tweet him. A lot of keyboard warriors, everybody liked to tweet him and just bash him after he spoke out and defended the WWE, defended his company. So what? My opinion of that, who cares? The guy had a right to do it. Had a right to defend his company that he works for. He thinks they're the best. He feels like he's the best in the best company making the most money. So what? it didn't upset me. That's like just freaking out on a wrestler for no reason just because they had an opinion. Should have he said it and tweeted it? No, but so what? Who cares? He has a right to say it. So, Wrestler of the Year, Seth Rollins. Thank God the guy's a heel now, because he's way better. So now we have what next? What should I go with next? Favorite match of the year. Let's go with match of the year. Survivor Series 2019 NXT versus SmackDown versus Raw was my favorite match of the year, so it's my WWE match of the year. Also, I could have gone with Kofi Daniel Bryan. That was great too. Also, the men's Elimination Chamber was really good. And the gauntlet matches on SmackDown were very good. But my favorite, my match of the year, Survivor Series Elimination. Now let's go with my favorite moment. Favorite moment of the year. Favorite moment of the year, the SmackDown that NXT took over. The SmackDown right after the Saudi Arabia show. I think it was the November 1st SmackDown. I'm not sure the date. But the SmackDown talent, a lot of the Raw talent and SmackDown talent could not come back to be on SmackDown. The show must go on, as they say. And NXT fucking took over that SmackDown. It was awesome. The best SmackDown of the year was when NXT took over. The main event, Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan for the NXT title. It was great. The commentary was great. Pat McAfee, Renee Young, I think Tom Phillips also. So now, it's the go away category, go away for 2019-2020. The go away category where I don't want to see this person anymore and there's two people in it. The go away goes to Baron Corbin and Corey Graves. Go the fuck away. Get off my TV. I don't want to hear from you anymore. And obviously, I know they're not going to go away anytime. I'm sick of them. Favorite and best pay-per-view of the year, in my opinion, was WrestleMania 35. Tag Team of the Year. I'm going to say The Revival. I was going to say New Day, but I'm going to say The Revival. Because they, I believe, had the Raw tag titles and the SmackDown in 2019. They might have been like 3 to 4 time tag champions this year. I don't remember. All I know is I believe they've had 2 reigns. Women's Tag Team of the Year. In 2019, we got the Women's Tag Team Division, and the Women's Tag Titles debuted. That was awesome. Women's Tag Team of the Year, Kabuki fucking Warriors. I love them. I love Asuka more, but I love Kairi too. I hope Kairi's feeling better and gets cleared soon. Now, for my favorite and best pay-per-view of the year, I said WrestleMania 35, but I also want to mention the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series 2019 were all good shows. The Rumble was really good. WWE disappointment. The biggest disappointment of 2019, Kurt Angle losing at WrestleMania 35. That was a disgrace. That was god-awful booking. To me, it didn't make Corbin a bigger star. It made him a bigger jerk-off because he was not the right guy to defeat Kurt Angle. If you wanted Kurt to lose, Vince, why didn't you have John Cena face Kurt Angle? That would have been 1,000 million times better than Corbin. So disappointment of the year, Kurt Angle losing at WrestleMania in his retirement. So best announcer of the year goes to Vic Joseph in WWE. Vic Joseph. If it was not Vic, I would have said Tom Phillips. He's also very good. But he's on NXT UK now. Least favorite announcer, Corey Graves. That's what I think of you. Most entertaining. Most entertaining is a lot of people. It's four different people. Most entertaining for 2019 in WWE goes to Drake Maverick, R-Truth, and the Street Profits. To me, they're all super entertaining. And they should all get more TV time and get to talk. So, weirdest now. Weirdest, my final category. I will not be doing my AEW end of the year video because I don't got enough time left. I'll do AEW. It's not going to be very long, my AEW year-end moments, in another video sometime before 2020. Anyways, weirdest storyline and moment of 2019. Maria Kanellis, Mike Kanellis. Just weird ass cuckold storyline. It was weird. It was some weird shit. It was odd. It was definitely not PG. It was edgy, but it was not good. The Mike and Maria stuff, where she kept putting him down and just absolutely insulting him nonstop, like he's not a man, and just putting him down nonstop. It was bad. It was worse than the Lashley, Lana Rusev cheating storyline. The Mike and Maria stuff was bad. That was the weirdest storyline and moment of 2019. Maria's on the mic just ripping her husband a new a-hole like every week for about, 3 to 4 weeks or a month it lasted. Then they just dropped it. But that was some weird shit. The weirdest storyline and moment of 2019, the Mike and Maria crap. It was bad. It was some god-awful writing, whoever came up with it. You had Maria on the mic at one point saying, Mike, you couldn't even impregnate me. Becky could. The man could impregnate me before you could. Like, what? Stupid shit. Hope you enjoyed my WWE moments and year-end show for WWE. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't like, don't comment, don't subscribe. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year's. Bye for now.